We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And they can't bring him down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a give, running left is Harris, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Passing here, Joe Burrow. He'll buy some time right. Open man is Uzomah. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From just shy of midfield, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the...
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, the 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Haskins. That is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals are able to strike. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This is Harris. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 117 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. On the give, this is Harris. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Harris. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Haskins eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
McPherson's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions. Is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. On second down, here's Mixon. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Burrow on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he's got this down to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll go down at the 28. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's a 2nd down. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster.
In his 5th year in Pittsburgh, a good bounce back last year for Juju with 97 catches. He wants to continue to make grabs like that and get upfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a give to Mixon. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A give to Harris. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
57 Focus, defense, focus. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now Haskins to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. McPherson's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Offense at the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of there. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw, Haskins. Here's Johnson with a reception. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Haskins throw there, hauled in by Claypool. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go one more. Check 3, check 3.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st down, it's Haskins. With a catch made by Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Check. Fresno.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is down to 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. This goes out wide from Nixon. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll try and run with Harris. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.